who were we talking about? Hardy. Yeah, they were incredible. They were the best tag team duo of all time. They had incredible chemistry with everybody. I mean, some of the best matches of all time are between the Hardys, Team 3D, and Edge and Christian, especially the WrestleMania matches. And those guys deserve a lot of credit. The Hardy Boys, I believe, hands down, the greatest tag team of all time. And they're both great singles wrestlers, too. They've had unbelievable careers as singles wrestlers as well. A lot different. And it was the complete opposite. As an Olympic wrestler, you don't think about what you do, you react. So you train so much and you train so hard on technique that when your opponent makes a move, you react to that move. It's natural. So you don't have to think about what you're doing. Now you're obviously going to have a game plan while you're out there wrestling. But in pro wrestling, you have to think all the time. You have to think about the spot that's coming up. You have to think about the crowd. You have to think about your opponent. It was really difficult for me to also turn off that killer instinct. Okay, like when I get on the wrestling mat, I want to crush you. I want to pin you as quickly as possible. And I had to forget everything I ever learned and learn pro wrestling from the beginning. And it worked extremely well for me because what I did is when I got in the ring, I didn't use any offense because I didn't want to be aggressive. Okay, because in pro wrestling, you have to give and take. So I didn't want to be aggressive. So I was letting my opponents throw me around and bump me around and pick me up and slam me. And I learned how to sell. And I learned how to tell a story of psychology. And so once I learned that, I started putting my offense into it. So that's when the ankle slam, the ankle locks, and the belly suplexes came in. But I had to hold that off for a long time. Because I'll give you an example of what can happen if you go into pro wrestling as a world-class wrestler or a fighter. Tank Abbott, when he came into WWE, before he went to WCW, he tried out in WWE. He got in the ring, he wanted to knock people out. He was like stalking around the ring, in the corner, trying to attack him. The wrestlers were like, head out, out the rope, like, don't kick my butt, So he didn't understand. He had this killer instinct. He couldn't let it go. So that's why he didn't work out very well. So I had to lose that. I had to forget about that and learn the basics of pro wrestling. And when I did that, I was able to pick it up fairly quickly because I only trained for 7 months before I went on TV. I didn't have a lot of training. Takes the average wrestler 3 to 4 years of training. I did just 7 months, and I still didn't know what I was doing. I was letting my opponents lead me and carry me around the ring. But I'd say after about 2 years, I came into my own and I consider the best wrestler in the world at that time.
Aside from you, who would you say is the best wrestler?
I never said I was the best wrestler. I said the best in the world at that time. Who do I think is the best wrestler? Bret Hart, or you guys might not like this, Shawn Michaels. Shawn was the best athlete I ever faced. Bret Hart, in my opinion, is the best technician. Chris Benoit reminded me a lot of Bret Hart. Both. I don't know if you ever saw the match at WCW, but wow. I couldn't wait to get a hold of one of them, or either one of them. So I think that those two are the best wrestlers that I've seen in my life. I'd love to put like Andre the Giant up there or Hulk Hogan because they were so popular, but Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels didn't get any better than that.
Hey Kurt, thank you for coming.